have Atrocity facing up against the Janitors. This is Dinosaur joined by Skills. How do, my dude?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Had a pretty fun pregame show, to be honest. Had some chuckles, some giggles. Made a very serious tier list. But now we are moving on to a league game here. And we got some picks and bans. Looks like Atrocity's going to go ahead and grab that Nike. And Janitors are going to grab...
band is exactly for X-Top Extreme. He is a very good Humbats player.
Yeah, are you sure it's not for... Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Sure it's not for their support? Experience.
Yeah.
Slim's not going to be picking up the Humbats? Because I hear it's big energy.
Very big
some energy. People. But yeah, we got an Agni ban. Probably take that away from Bilbo, and we've seen him do work on it, so it's not too surprising. And I think Agni generally in this league does fairly well.
Yeah, he does. I think his ultimate alone is good to secure objectives and or secure kills as well, especially in the middle of a team fight. Can just stun the whole team.
We're seeing them pick up the Chernobog and Chalk. We know that they like to run that Chalk in the jungle. Chernobog likely going to Skipper. You see his set picked up too. That's an interesting pick. A little bit of flex on that one. You know, he could play in the jungle. More than likely going to be a solo lane pick. Usually, but in this league, I think I've seen him played more in that jungle role. He also can play carry if you have the finesse for it.
Can't say that I do, but yes, I agree.
Almost played it once in league, but you guys wouldn't let me.
I don't know about you guys. I was fine with
it. It's probably mostly Donkey, if memory serves.
Yes, exactly.
He kept us from trolling too hard.
Yeah.
See the Hebo picked up. That is interesting. That's another flex pick. See him sometimes in the jungle, sometimes in mid. He can do both. I've heard tales of a certain somebody in the league playing him in the solo. Luckily, that guy's only a coach, so don't worry about him.
Very brave to do that.
He also thinks Hunbat's support is big energy, so I won't name names. Rob. Anyways, so we're looking at some more bans. We see the Cthulhu, Hachiman. Got a Cupid, Guan Yu. I mean, those are clearly target bans. Odin, Guan Yu, and Cupid. Brachus, Skipper, and I think, is it Ruler who plays Guan Yu? Or is it? No, it's not. It is Sheriff that usually plays him in support. Right. Sheriff not joining Atrocity tonight. Instead, we have Asher Vinya subbing for the Atrocity boys. A little more difficult because she's only played once in the league, so we're not 100% sure what her god pool looks like. You see the Baba, that's also a target ban.
That's a Dawn ban right there.
I think the Nuwa as well. So kind of it looks like a lot of target bans from both teams willing to give up the, more meta picks. And I think that's kind of smart to do in a league like this. Ooh, an Erlang Shen picked up. What in the world is happening on Janitors, man? These are some flex picks. I don't know where anybody's going.
That Ganesh going where.
That Ganesh could even be in solo. We've been seeing Ganesh in solo. I think with some of the changes that have happened in the solo lane, seeing more Guardian solos, it's definitely a more viable option.
Medusa pickup.
So I think it's pretty fair to say that set's probably not going to be an ADC, and it is going to the Honkler. And Medusa is going to Siggy, who's their ADC, and that's going to be an Erlang Shen jungle. Hebo in mid.
It's going to have an Erlang versus a Nike in the jungle. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I like better. I think Nike's a tough one. I think a lot of people write her off because of the changes.
I still think she's great.
Yeah, to Ankh and to why can't I not Spear. Sunder? Yes, thank you. I was gonna just call it Spear. I was like, hey, that's
that too.
That's not enough. Yeah. But Yeah, I still think that only takes away her shield, which obviously is a big part of her kit, but it's not everything. And I think that the wall that she kind of has, that little, you know, push thing that she has. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. What's the ability's name? Who knows?
I'll call it
What do you
Angelic Grace.
I should probably know. I play enough Nike, but yeah, I think that can be helpful in team fights. You can definitely push some people into, you know,
Push
into
people
dangerous
into the Scylla ult.
situations for sure. Yeah, exactly. And obviously her ult also provides a 40% slow, and that's pretty huge, especially because of the area of effect on that. It's pretty big, so you can definitely stop some people from escaping. So, I mean, I like Nike, I think, at this point, almost exclusively in the support role because of that.
Right.
But I do know that Ruler is pretty good on this Nike, so it's not too surprising to see him pick it up.
I really like the Scylla pickup for Dawn,
Mhm.
especially against a Hebo. I personally would do that as well, because he can be a bit more safe about it, where Hebo kind of has to like be in your face to do all that damage.
Yeah, he's definitely
It's
an
kind of a risky
face
pick.
kind of guy. Yeah, that's why you tend to see him played so much in the jungle. Is for that reason.
Yeah, he's known as a glass cannon
Yeah,
for that reason, and so he's gonna have to be really careful, I think.
and I mean, Scylla is a glass cannon too, but her escape is just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, between her ult and her serpents, it's really hard to secure kills on Scylla sometimes. You kind of have your work cut out for you. So it'll be interesting to see that tug of war between Hebo and Scylla happening in the mid lane.
And there's so much combos they can do with Scylla's ult, because they can have Chalk ult in
Yep.
to knock him up, and then Nike can knock him up with their 3,
Mhm.
and then Athena can just taunt them. So there's just so many different ways they can combo with Scylla alone.
I mean, no,
secure kills.
Skipper is just going to be split pushing because, that's what he does.
That's what he does. It's okay.
He's,
Not everybody can be
he's
entertaining.
a team player in his own way, yeah.
Yeah.
Slim definitely has played Ganesh before, and he looks pretty good on it generally. I think that silence is going to help maybe counter some of the heavy CC that we find in Atrocity's comp.
Right, and I think Medusa isn't a bad pick, but I think it's not. It's going to be kind of risky considering how much CC they have.
Kind of risky.
Or very risky. It just depends who you are, I guess.
I feel like that's extremely risky, especially with that Chernobog pickup, right? Her dash is probably the worst thing to deal with because it almost magnetizes onto people. So it does actually, because if you hit somebody, it stops you. But I feel like when I use it, I'm trying to dash away, I've like pulled slightly into somebody. And that might be the case. Who knows? Maybe there's a little compensation there.
It's like Smite wants you to just W key.
And that's what she is. She's a very aggressive god. I think that she's very undervalued because she's not safe. But the amount of damage she can do is insane. And on top of that, if you get a 5-man stun on that ult...
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, that's...
Her base damage on her ult, too, is very high as well.
Cute. People underestimate it, yeah.
I think it's like 700 or something max level.
It's something really dumb, because I know whenever I look away and still get hit by it, I'm like, why am I almost dead? So yeah, it's pretty big. Set's an interesting one for me, because right now...
to see how that goes.
It's not like Set isn't a frontliner, right? I mean, he is a frontliner. That's what he does.
Yeah.
But he's not tanky. You don't think of him as being tanky, but he kind of is with his ult. He ults in. He's got the healing.
And that
so he does
big
have a lot
movement
of
speed too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little weird because you usually would expect a little somebody chunkier. But I mean, Atrocity is really not looking that chunky themselves. I mean, Chalk is Chalk, but
right.
You buy a little anti-heal, you'll be fine. I'll be fine, probably.
And Nike's not all too chunky either, unless he starts building protections a little bit later. That's when the late game will be a lot better.
Right, and that's where I think the change to her ult comes into play, right?
Right.
Because now that you get Sundering Spear Ankh, she doesn't get that sustain from her ultimate anymore. Also, Nike jungle, a lot less effective, I think. Still decent. I just think that there are better picks, but in a league like this, you pick comfort, and I think that's what you tend to do well with. I picked Camazot's ADC, and it was probably
That's the best thing I've ever seen, I'll say that. I was so impressed.
And we are going to see some...
Just like the typical wave clears going on here.
Yeah. Just,
Medusa just using that acid. I'd like to see the Medusa angle that a little bit better so she can actually get some damage onto the Chernobog.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little micro play. That would have been nice, but I think at the same time, sometimes you're just... Yeah, so I think sometimes you're just not willing to risk maybe missing.
Yeah.
That. So... It
Chernobog
looks
already
like...
has really good probe.
Yeah, it looks like... I'm not quite sure, but it looked like they gave the little ghost minion to Athena, and so now Asher is now... was at level 2, a little bit ahead. And that's the strategy we're seeing picked up more and more by players throughout Smite. Interesting enough. I haven't seen the adoption. I have seen in higher games, what they'll do is they'll go for purple and then also get the alpha and the rush wave, and that helps you really level up quicker for some reason.
Right.
I think you get double hog on that too. I'm not entirely sure. I like to do it. You just clear it fast, but that's something that we haven't seen in the league. It's, it's a little bit more risky. You're going to come into lane with a little less health from that alpha.
Ooh, Ganesha looking low, may end up dying.
Yeah, it's good taunt.
There.
Good taunt. And yeah, they're just going to go back.
More of that acid to back them up.
We're seeing, obviously, more pressure here from the Cherno and the Athena. Is that what you would expect from this kind of matchup? Or
yeah, because of his... Chernobog CC and then Athena's taunt, that alone is just good enough to just secure.
Don picking up a kill onto that Hebo. It looks like Erling was looking for a gank, but instead,
didn't find it.
Yeah, he decided to not gank there, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Shad isn't too terrible into the lane here. I think it's okay because he has the poke damage from his one.
Yep.
And he can teleport out.
I don't think anybody expects Set to win this lane, right? I mean, it's pretty tough to beat Chak normally, but I think you're right. I think he'll be able to keep pace with that, with the one, and being able just to kind of clear that way with minions and his little what is it called? Skewer.
Spawn.
That's what it is.
Or skewer.
It's skewer. Yeah, there we go. Hebo and Scylla, like I said, it's gonna be a very interesting matchup. Here comes the Nike though. Look, and she dives in. Gets a few little hits there. Not too much going on. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. Nike.
It is.
I'm sorry, Hebo and Scylla.
Yeah, because it really could go either way. If the Scylla makes one misplay and gets too far ahead, Hebo can just ult and just wipe her out completely.
Yeah, so that's the that's the pain of facing a Hebo.
Yeah. So it's really 50-50 in that lane.
Yep. Let me see.
And Hebo can easily just come back even after falling behind.
I guess we got a little got a little Cheerio action here, going back and invading the back harpies. And that's gonna put Erlang just a little bit ahead, and stuff like that kind of adds up in the end. So, and he's also gonna get those mid harpies. As Nike here's looking for a gank, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh,
it's an ult
that's
too.
a big ult and a big hit from Athena.
Ooh, that's good.
Good counter from Medusa, but she's not gonna get away. And this Ganesha's kind of stuck here. Might pick up a kill on Athena. He does secure the kill, but he's in a tough spot himself. As Erlang, Erlang's gonna rotate. He's gonna taunt, use his ults.
Good.
Secure the kill, and now
Evo's
Nike has
here.
no mana, and she is in a lot of trouble, and Ruler's gonna have to run away. That's a huge ult from Bilbo. Good rotation.
Yeah,
they have secured the kill.
Massive rotation.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gold Fury not up for them to also get that, but I'm not sure with the health bars they would have, yeah.
A little ambitious at 5 minutes in.
And that's going to be a totem. Well, 5 minutes is exactly when the Gold Fury spawns. And unfortunately, we are at 4 minutes and like 40 seconds on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 3-man would have been difficult, especially considering their health bars. Just taking a look at builds, I don't see anything standing out to me as particularly weird. As you see a little boxing going on here.
I
Anything
usually
standing out to
see
you?
lifesteal for. Oh yeah, that was a lot early.
What?
That was a decent amount of quarter HP just gone.
I blinked and he was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Chalk. Shock. Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Great play by Rockets to just realize that he had the opportunity to get a kill there. As I was busy looking at builds, and yeah, he went down.
Then someone dies.
Yeah. Seeing.
Little brawl happening here in mid. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Ooh, that's a big ult from Sylph. She can land.
That's
She
gonna,
does.
yeah.
Don secures the kill. Ooh, and just a second bounce of chunk in that shot. Mine as well, right?
Interesting Nike ult there. I think she was safe to, regardless, but never hurts, I guess.
You're never too safe, I say.
Yeah, someone's always around the corner.
That's why I dash into every battle as a carry.
Absolutely.
Never too safe.
I use my escape to engage.
That's right. They'll never see it coming. Take a look at the gold difference. Ooh, that's another totem. Atrocity has about a 1,200 gold lead going on right here. Not too significant.
Could easily be taken away from them.
Yeah, I think 6 minutes in, that's not doing too much for you, but... Ooh, and Honkler getting a little bit of revenge on the Brockus there. It's a good play, and they're going to steal this blue buff. And that might help them kind of get back into things here. But like I was saying, I mean, you can kind of snowball a little bit, right?
Right.
And so you got to be careful not to let that lead grow more. And
they're already catching up.
Yeah,
well.
Extreme Stuff is doing a great job of just invading the jungle. While, excuse me, I was going to say Brockus, while Ruler is kind of out looking for those ganks, as Atrocity likes to do. And now we see some proxy farming. That's a bold move, Cotton. But he clearly has wards or something, because he knew he was coming, and he's backing up. Yeah, there it is. You know I love me wards.
Seems they need to ward their own, Atrocity needs to ward their own jungle a little bit, since it's getting stolen constantly.
Yeah, they might. They might just do that. I think back camps, once you start invading red buffs and things like that, that's where you gotta, like, really throw down a ward, because...
This Nike's in a tough spot. You could easily just die there.
Ooh, that's a good bounce from the Hebo, but... Not
Nike
enough.
oh, big taunt.
Coming up.
Big Hebo ult.
Ooh, shield's going up to save some lives, and that is a solo.
No.
She
just
misses,
barely misses it.
and she's punished as a result. Don Q.
It's anybody's game at this point. Everybody's low.
It's an Athena.
Skipper
dash.
coming in as usual.
Yep. He's in this team fight. And that's gonna be 2 kills. That's a double for Skipper. It looks like Athena is ulting somewhere. Oh, okay. Yep. Uh-huh. That was, yep.
That looks like a bragging right sort of thing. I don't know.
I don't... Is that an up-down? Is that a foul? Is that not allowed? I know you can't do that in basketball.
No, that's offsides.
It's offsides. Oh, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, that tower is going to be taking some decent damage. Well, could take more, personally.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt Janitors because, you know, I mean, that's 300 gold? Yeah, that's just going to put them a little bit further behind, and they're 2,200 gold behind now, and like I said, it just kind of snowballs a little bit. If you're losing 1,000 gold every 5 minutes, it's not going to look too good for you come about 25. So, Janitor's doing a good job of keeping pace, but they're really slipping behind on gold.
Yeah, solo lane seems to be about even though so far.
Yeah, ooh, here's an interesting boxing match. We see ults coming out. Oh, and Erlington, the Honkler, getting the kill.
Oh, but here comes Nike.
Comes Ruler. He's not happy. He's looking to finish up this set kill. Not gonna get it.
Ooh.
But Asher is big.
That Nike may pay for it. Yep.
Yeah, and Ruler's definitely gonna go down as well. That's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Well, a 2-for-1 trade if you include the chalk in the favor of Janitors. And they closed up that lead with that. Not only 1,500 behind.
It's crazy. Like Atrocity, they get the lead and then somehow they just instantly lose it.
Well, I mean, they still have a good enough lead, and I think I think that's one of the things Atrocity's very good at is farming efficiently, and it's tough to beat that. Ooh.
See, after the ult, I would have Oh, that works.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
I was gonna say that was maybe a questionable play, but not much you could really do. Just Medusa in a tough
I
spot
think the
there.
order of abilities there should have went a little bit different. I would have said 3, 3, then use the acid, the 2, and then ult, and then use the 1.
I think either way,
But-
that's just being punished for playing a Medusa. I mean, that's one of the tough things about Medusa is you don't have an escape. You know, that dash works as long as you don't hit literally anything on your way.
Yeah. And as well, the Chernobog is a little bit more power heavy right now, and has fully stacked devs. So, and tier 2 crit as well. So he was going to win that regardless. But
yeah, it's gonna be tough. It looks like Skipper's gonna opt to go into a rage there.
I believe so. Yeah, at this point, the Medusa really just needs to farm.
Yeah,
to catch back up.
I think that's probably the right play. I generally go crit before pen when I'm ahead, but I go pen afterwards. Or
Right.
pen before crit when I'm behind. And we rephrase that. Not entirely sure if that's correct. I guess it's just, you know, I want more objective secure to get
That's who you are, right?
to get those farms. Yeah, I just turtle under tower. It's fine, and then I dash out into team fights like an idiot. Anyways. Looks like Erlen Chance to go here onto Ruler, and that's a Ganesh rotation.
Ooh,
See
Hebo.
the ultimate come out from the Nike. Hebo's gonna probably get a kill here. Yeah, there goes
there
his
it is.
ult. Probably didn't need to use the ult, but he felt like didn't want to let that one escape. So
I would have, because I would have missed an ability probably. So I have to.
it was gonna be tight, I think. Tighter than maybe it looked.
They can win this now. Ganesh out, but Silas here. Oh, that
Yeah,
might be
that's
a kill.
a great dive by
Oh, that
Dawn.
could be a double kill, and
That's
it is.
a double kill.
Yikes!
Huge ultimate coming out of
I would
Dawn.
do gold. I would do gold with that ultimate. Since
Yeah,
it
it's
reset, but
it's close. I don't see really much of a reason not. They're going to rotate onto that Medusa.
she needs to get out of there.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. That's some good teamwork right there. They could maybe take it with the two of them. Totem being teased with one hit left. That's how can you do this to us?
Literally,
Honkler,
bothers
what are
me.
you
Just-
doing?
Just tickle it.
Thank
There
you.
go.
Just smack it once, man.
Literally anything.
Skipper's gonna take this tower, and I think in the end, that's probably a smarter move than Gold Fury. That's gonna get a lot of so much pressure in that duo lane. So now he can get Gold Fury pretty much whenever they want, because they're gonna be able to have those minions pushed up, and you're gonna have to sit back and clear the minions, or else they're gonna take the tier 2 tower. So it adds a little bit of extra pressure and makes things a little bit easier to secure this Gold Fury in the long run.
Right. I think Medusa has to. I think she needs a lot more wards up, and she just has to be strict to farming, even missing out on some team fights because her ults is the only thing that can help them at that point.
I think right now you almost want to just sit under that tower as close as you can and slow clear. But that
Because
again,
it's
that's going to
too
let
risky.
pressure. It's going to let pressure happen in that lane, and you can maybe get a Gold Fury off of that. So glad I don't have to make
Wow,
that decision right now.
Turnbog just.
Ooh, dash is in. That's a little greedy, but I don't think he's going to get punished for
Oh
it.
wow!
Medusa,
Barely
leaving
making it out
safely.
alive.
and Nike's going to leap away from that fight. And maybe they're looking for something. Ooh, Honkler. Looking to be a little sneaky. That's a great stun by Don on that Scylla. It's an ult in by Set. And he's in a tricky position. Big ult from Scylla does not secure the kill. She'll only get one hit off of that. And we're seeing abilities fly is this. It's a very
Could be a
weird
good team fight,
battle.
but
Yeah, huge dash in
Good
by the
advantage, though.
Ganesh. And a good secure by Bilbo. And Ruler's going to go down as
Nike,
well.
yeah.
And here is old
It'd be
Skipper.
great if they take out this Chernobog, because that'll give the Medusa a little bit easier of a time. But it looks like
Yeah.
they're gonna go for Gold Fury.
I think this is a smart play because either Skipper's going to come out and have to defend it, that looks like
Looks
what
like
they're
they
going to do. And that puts him in a little bit more vulnerable position here as the dash comes out from the Erlang. And the Chernobog, they trade it.
And Atrocity has
That's
stolen.
Atrocity steal. Ooh,
That's
maybe
gonna
didn't play
hurt.
that. Yeah.
Set barely
Big
making it out
hits.
of alive.
Out of Janitors, and they're going to lose
never
more
mind.
than just that Gold Fury. They might lose 3 people. But Erlang dashing to try to save their mid laner. Hebo does go down from Medusa. That's a big ultimate out of the
Good
Medusa.
defensive
and-
ult.
yeah. Gonna look here, and they're gonna sit onto this tower. This is a 4v1 situation. Not somewhere that this Medusa wants to find himself. Ziggy's gonna get some clear here. It's gonna be some good farm, and that Medusa desperately needs it. She's now 4 levels behind the Chueno Bog.
Yeah, and I think it looks like Medusa's gonna go pick up an Atalanta's bow instead of say crit now.
Yep, and that's
which
probably
is
to get that
good.
farm and to get, objectives, because right now the lane is way too dangerous for her.
Yeah, and the stacks on devs are coming, but they need to be a little bit faster almost.
I think that's like the big killer, right? I mean, if the devs isn't stacked yet, and I've been there, and it's really tough when your devs isn't stacked and you're
Yeah.
like so far behind. It's just
Because
pointless
for her
now.
to kill that Chernobog, he would have to start missing autos and abilities just for her to win that alone. But it's not likely.
I completely agree. So we got, 6,000 gold behind are the Janitors,
Yeah.
but they certainly don't look like they're 6,000 gold behind. They're still keeping pace. I think
Yeah,
they're
everyone's
just
just a few levels under. Actually, the Erlang's actually a level ahead.
yeah, they're doing a good job, I think, of compensating in their team fights. They're being a little smart about their engagements, and they're kind of taking the right chances. But
Yeah, that last team fight was really just a bunch of,
I think they
series
tried
of
to,
unfortunate events.
I don't think it's unfortunate as much as it was greedy. I think they really, really wanted that Gold Fury.
Yeah.
And I think, as you know, Skills, sometimes it's better to just back off from objectives than
Not
try to
worth it
push through
sometimes.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that they had an
Especially with,
advantage.
Especially with the Chernobog being as big as he is.
Yeah, and that's something too. If you're not keeping an eye on levels, stuff like that can happen. Erling finding himself in a bad position here, and he's gonna get punished. A huge taunt by the Athena. That's gonna be beads or the ultimate. Let me look at Erlang. That was beads. Yep.
That was
okay.
beads.
You see him turn that goldish hue, and you're like, well, he did something to get out of there. And that is team fights here. Set might go down. Hopper is going to get punished.
Yeah,
He
he's in a bad
ulted.
spot.
He's doing a pretty decent job of staying balanced. But Brockus does pick up the kill. This Ganesh is getting deleted from this Chernobog, who is absolutely fed at this point. What chance does that poor level 12 Ganesh have? 0.
None.
But look at this. Medusa, level 15, only 2 levels behind now.
Yeah,
69
she's really caught up.
stacks. Nice.
Good number to have.
I think full stacks is probably a better number at this
Of course.
point. Oh boy.
Chernobog with that Kins and crit, I was told you never do that, but I guess if it works for you, you do whatever.
I think you can do it in certain circumstances.
Right.
With the new meta, because it provides percent penetration as well. So it's kind of what you do. It's weird. It feels weird. I would just go Atalanta's bow myself, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
It works for you,
It's gonna be an easy steal though from Janitors, and that was really
Still
risky. But
secures it
yeah,
with the roll.
secure from Don. He picks up a kill on the Erlang.
It's gonna hurt him.
Yep. And that's pretty good, I think, for the side of Atrocity. Yeah, gotta love it if you are an Atrocity boy. And Ganesh taking a very bad fight here with Cherno, I think. Not one he's gonna win, but he does kind of sucker him in towards this Medusa. Might see a Medusa
Oh,
ult
you gotta
here.
hit that dash.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make something happen there. But sometimes...
It's good
It's
to see
just-
the Medusa farming more, though, because she's actually catching up now.
Yeah, I mean, Siggy has been on point getting back up. He's still 3 levels behind now. And it looks like Kipper's going to try to solo this Primal Fury.
Hebo, what are you trying to do?
Apparently nothing. Just putting down a ward, don't mind me.
Oh, he's gonna steal it with his ult. I can
Yeah, he
feel
should
it.
just walk away here. He should just walk away. It's not worth it. And instead of stealing it, he just stays in, and he's not punished for it. Very fortunate, I think. Or maybe some master positioning from that Hebo to know exactly how he could get away. Not sure. But he will live to fight. For at least till the next team battle.
That's why he played Nox, so you can ult from the distance and not have to worry about it.
Oh, from downtown.
Absolutely. It's the only reason I play Nox for objective steal. No other
That's
reason.
it. That's it.
Literally no other reason.
There's no other reason at all that I can think of.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have a siege on this tier 2 tower. Well, they back up a little bit. Maybe let the minions tank something.
While their Atrocity or Skipper over there is in right lane, just
Ooh, a
pushing the
gank
right
from the
lane tower.
Erlang though happening. And he's gonna
Oh,
get
he's gonna get punished
absolutely
for that.
obliterated with that shock ult. And all Don has to do is clean up the kill. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. Yeah, focus here, and Seth's gonna dive in. 3 levels behind this Chernobog, but I actually like his chances here. That's a
Yeah.
shell, but it's not gonna shell enough. Ooh,
That is unfortunate.
huge ultimate from the Athena. I think things were turning around for Skipper there. Either way,
His movement was good. The set's movement was good. It looked like he was gonna take it, but
It looked like he wasn't placing enough of the little
the
minions.
spawns, yeah.
Yeah, I think if he had placed more spawns, that's something tricky they have to do when you're ulting with set. You have to be very diligent about spamming those things so you can get like 8 of them onto somebody, and that's a
Ooh.
huge dive. While I'm rambling, Ruler Man picking up a kill onto that Hebo. And I think this is going to be, a 5-on-3 situation. What are they going to go for? It looks like 2 of them have decided to attack the Phoenix, while Chalk tries to steal the speed buff. Not working out too well for him, though, because Erling does get it. Erling's got to back up from that fight, and that's an ultimate from Scylla. She's in the ult. Big ult from Medusa, but then she gets
Unfortunate.
slammed with the Scylla ult there. And Erling dodges it. And he's going to taunt that Nike back in. It's going to be a set 3. He's going to get some minions on, secure that kill. And Erling sent packing. Adios. Chalk's just going to stay in to keep everybody pinched. You know, Skipper just takes that by himself. It's cool. Whatever. You know, just sneaks it.
Split push as always.
I mean, that's what Atrocity does. I think Atrocity probably split pushes better than anybody in this league.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I think that, you know, when you're... Ooh, that's a kill
Erling
from the
was punished
support
for that,
kit.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that when you're 16,000 gold ahead, that might be a little easier to do, though.
Yeah. He did have a lead on Nike, but as a result of all those, he is now 2 levels behind. So that's going to really hurt him.
Yeah. And they're going to take this tier 2 tower. Fire Giant is going to spawn in 45 seconds. And so I imagine these Atrocity members are going to probably back for that. Start grouping up around the Fire Giant, which is currently not warded at all. And I think that if I'm Janitors, I'm looking to get something on there.
Yeah. Because you know Atrocity wants it.
But they're so far behind, I don't know what kind of defense they could put up.
Literally every ability has to be perfect for them to really take something out of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough because they're so far behind in golden experience that you almost would be better off trying to just sneak a steal on it when they're not paying attention. But it's Atrocity, so they'll be paying attention, I think.
Looks like they're starting to ward it up now.
Yeah,
Atrocity wants this.
I think we really need to get like samba music or something for the Fire Giant dances.
Yeah.
I'll be adding that to the broadcast production
Wonderful
values.
seeing Fire Giant kills tonight.
Yeah, they're pulling it, and I don't think that's going to happen. Don's already got that solo already, not willing to take any chances, even though Janitor's not within a country mile of that Fire Giant. And that is going to be por gratis, amigo. I say in the worst accent possible.
I understood it.
Well, yeah, because you're an American. Skipper picking up another kill on the Siggy. And that is going to be a very long respawn timer for Janitors. And they won't be able to get any objectives for a long time. You see the belt being popped on this objective with Fire Giant. That Phoenix is not going to have much of a chance. Set is going to try to do something about it. Diving in on the Solar. That's a great play. Gets the shutdown. Skipper turning it around. Brock is following it up on that chalk. And they're going to chase down Honkler. Ganesh ulting to try to save somebody, but I don't think it's going to do very much. Skipper picks up a double kill, and Set just teleports out, and that's a surrender vote. They realize that the end is near. There's not much they're going to be doing. There's not going to be much to do. Skipper picks up another kill as these fire giant or these fire minions dive in. Yep, that's going to be a deicide. And game 1 goes to Atrocity.
Exactly.
Go on. I mean, boy, what a good showing in the beginning of the game from Janitors.
Yeah, their early game really was pretty good, but it's just some bad things were just happening. Like their team fights were just, I think they're either too aggressive. It's like almost Atrocity wants them to fight because they already had an idea of what was going to happen.
Atrocity loves to fight, dude. Let me tell you, here's what happened, okay? The Medusa pick, bad. That's what happened. That Medusa let Skipper get fed, and he was able to use that Chernobog to globally rotate and do whatever he wanted. So any objective they wanted, it was theirs. And from that point, the game just snowballed out of control. So I think they need somebody with escape. 10-1 and 11, Skipper was. And I think that's pretty
if you notice,
telling.
they have way more wards. I mean, look at their mid laner, have 20 wards.
Also, can we just take a second and appreciate how insane Dawn was on that Scylla?
Dawn is just massive.
I mean, absolutely massive. What an improvement I think we've seen from Dawn throughout the league.
It's a whole new person now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no I think the thing with I think another big problem with the Medusa was she barely warded at all. The Medusa only had 4 wards that whole game, and especially when you're left alone, you have got to ward as much as possible.
And you're a Medusa, you're not safe ever.
Right, which is every reason to ward more.
Yeah, exactly. It was an interesting pick. I like Medusa, like I said. I mean, I think that into a Chernobog, it was gonna be very difficult. Yeah. Into that team comp in general, like this is just so much.
Atrocity had the better control. Team comp. Yeah, the CC was, as we know, CC is death.
Yeah,
and Atrocity had all of it.
Yeah,
on every single pick.
Yeah, CC definitely wins games, and I think I would like to see Siggy on like a Jingwei or something come game 2. Something that's just absolutely safe. Something that's not going to let Skipper get an early lead. Something that's not going to let Atrocity take that early lead and really snowball it to their advantage. I think every other pick was kind of working for them. The set, despite going 4-7, I think was very, very good for them.
Honestly, I respect the set pick going up against that chop.
Yep. I like the Erlang. I think that worked out. Habwa, I mean, that was pretty okay. You know, Ganesh is Ganesh, man. Ganesh does Ganesh things. Still somehow managed to pick up a kill, despite his passive. I think that's just the Kid Slim effect, you know?
Exactly.
So, I think Medusa is probably the only thing I would change up. Atrocity, if I was Atrocity, I'd just look to run it back. Get that exact same team comp. I mean, I don't know if anybody...
No need to change it, you know?
I don't think anybody in that team comp is really worth banning, besides the fact that they're comfort picks for all of them, and I don't know. Probably ban the Athena from Asher. See, just maybe test how deep her god pool is.
Yeah.
Also, Athena's just annoying. I hate Athena. She's the worst. She's the worst.
She really is, yeah. She's gotten me killed plenty of times.
I've been that set. I'm like, oh, I got the kill. Bam! Ulted by Athena. You're like, ugh, Athena.
And then you just get one shot by everybody else. You think you have it.
She's annoying, for sure. I mean, not like she's not, you can't deal with her, but I mean, think about it. They had Athena, who has a global rotation ultimate, and Chernobog, who also has a global rotation ultimate, and it's just, yeah, that's not fun. Nobody's having a good time.
Right. I think we definitely need to see some, I would say, just overall better picks in the Janitors. I think what they had could have worked, but I think they needed to set up for each other better. And
yeah,
they were caught out of position quite a bit, too. They got punished for that.
I think if you look at Atrocity's team comp too, there's a lot of synergy there. You know, you have Don, you have Don's ult, you have Brockus's ult. You know, you have Asher's ult that can pull people back
They have
in.
so many combinations with each
Nike's
other.
ult. Yeah, it just kind of flows really well. I don't see the same sort of flow with, say, Janitors. I mean, Extreme has the ultimate that's also a taunt, so you can maybe taunt somebody into a Medusa. Kitslem lets you box people in, so you can kind of box them in, zone them out, so that maybe Sat could get somebody. And then
Now, if Kid Slim were to run Athena, that would be a lot better.
you think
Have
so?
The Athena Medusa ult.
Yeah, well, yeah, in the
Taunt
dual
with the
lane.
Medusa ult would have been better.
I think so. I think you might
Had
be
that
onto
been an
something
option,
there.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I think the Ganesh was okay, but it's just there's so much CC. There's only so much Ganesh can silence and like stop on their team to where it almost, you know what I mean? It's almost just impossible.
Well, I mean, generally, like the other thing too is when you have Ganesh, you want to like use his ult. I mean, it does do a lot of damage, but you want to zone people with it. You want to either keep them in that ultimate or keep them out with it. And I don't see anybody who would really benefit too much from that besides the set, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess Bilbo too, right? Like the Hibah. It's like, you know, you have that tidal wave dash, but I mean, it's also a dash that can chase people down.
Yeah,
so.
I think that would have been a good play if the Hebo and the Ganesh combine, because the Ganesh ult's also a protection shredder as well. So if Hebo ults in, he will one shot all of them. So that's the combo they really could have done there, and that probably could have secured a lot.
I think that's also the weird thing about Bois is that because of that ult, it pushes them forward. You don't have that sort of backline peel, like
right.
for your backliners where they peel for each other. You know what I'm saying in the team fight. So because it's just going to bring them forward, it's like you either have to dash forward with Medusa to keep up, or he's just kind of on his own. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little synergy there could happen.
Yeah, I think just better gods. I think in general to have better team fight coordination is what they needed.
Yeah, I think that for me, the biggest issue was Medusa. I think that the only reason why is because she doesn't have an escape. Let Skipper get kind of ahead. So also wards, probably more.
Yeah,
wards
I think wards
from Janitors.
They have so much more wards on Atrocity.
4 from the jungler and 4 from the carry is kind of low for me. I know people are like supports are supposed to ward, but
not when they leave you. They're not.
As a carry, you need wards the most out of anybody in the entire map.
Easy to gank you.
Yeah, that's the longest lane, man.
Yeah, and you know, without vision, you're not going to win. So clearly, but yeah.
Wait, how did Hibou do 59 healing? What?
Very interesting.
How did that happen? Oh, did you buy gem? Okay, yeah.
Okay,
I was like,
that
what?
explains it. Yeah.
Sneaky soul gem. Can we go back to that build? That's an interesting build for me.
Didn't think of Doom more, but I never would have thought of a Doom more. The Soul Reaver's fine.
I understand.
I would think a bit more lifesteal, honestly.
Yeah, generally isn't it a triple lifesteal build for him?
I usually think it's Bancross, Typhon, Soul Gem.
Build is perfect. Oh, really? You don't build that much pet on him then? Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get speed.
Of course, early power, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, Soul Reaver, it's fine. It's not like a particularly bad build. It's just, look, I don't play mids in the mid lane. Okay, I play them in the support role.
Boots. I always get purple boots. I like the extra power and next to.
I like. Yeah, blue boots. Yeah, all right, cooldown. All right, cool.
There's other ways to get cooldown.
Resonant build genius, Tobias. That's interesting. An urchin on Ganesh.
Interesting.
Oof, 2 stacking items back to back like that. That is interesting from my perspective.
I think the mid guardian was decent.
I mean,
really it's just for the Chernobog though.
That's it. Yeah,
that's all.
I think it would have probably been better for.
I think a sovereignty,
which they did to build. It's interesting. What the heck? Both supports. Is this like a meta thing that I'm missing? Look at this. Thebes Urchin. Both supports. Am I crazy, Tobias? Is that a thing? Can we get researchers on this? Bad build.
Bad
Okay.
build.
Thank
Uh-oh.
you. Thank you. I'm not going crazy. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, I like it.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. Athena building it was correct. Yeah. I was like, wait, what's her
'Cause it's
3
good
do?
against the set as well. At
But
first
yeah.
passive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's
Oh.
good. I liked it on Athena. Anytime there's like more than one, I kind of like, ooh, hello, there's a Sundering Spear.
Yeah, I don't think Midgardian was necessary just for Chernobog, but
Excuse me?
well, okay.
Caduceus.
I remember once I played Nox support, right? And I was new to the game, so I didn't read abilities and auras all that much.
Mhm.
So I was playing Nox support, and I bought Shield of Regrowth once, and I was heavily criticized for it. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, I just get a HP boost. I don't care what the aura does. Of course, back then I didn't really know anything. So
yes, just back then.
yeah, so I literally did that. So I understand this pain.
Interesting. I mean, he does get healing. He does get healing from his ultimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not his ultimate. What heals him then? Doesn't he get healing from his ultimate anymore? What is it? What do you know?
I believe so.
Tobias is telling me no. Okay, that doesn't help us. It's a good try though, man. What is taking so long with this game, by the way?
Everyone's looking up Smite gurus.
There we go. Thank you, Tobias. Let's have a look here. Heal! It does heal! It does heal!
Based off of power though, as well, so.
Oh, so Caddy.
More healing.
So wait, are you saying that Caddy's shield doesn't apply to that? We get 20%. It does. Oh yeah.
Because it's essentially kind of like Pythags in a way, isn't it? You get more.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, you're right. Yep. Okay.
Essentially,
I was like, I don't understand what he's saying. I didn't like the item anyways on set, but that makes sense. I was like, well, I mean, it does technically have healing, kind of, but yeah, it's that's my professional opinion.
Yep.
Oh.
Well then.
All right. It looks like we will not be having a game 2. You just found out. All right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap up the first game. Second game starts in 1 hour, approximately. So I guess we'll see you guys then. This was Dino with skills and Tobias on the spectator. Good night from me.
And good night all.